Video.
One, two, three. One, two, three. Testing. One, two, three. Testing. One, two, three. Mic check. One, two. Mic check. One, two. Mic check. One, two, one, two. Mic check. One, two. Mic check. One. Mic check. One, two, three. Hello, folks. Welcome back to our next edition of Haggle Hustle from your friends at. Welcome back to Haggle Hustle. This is your boy, Brad Mustang. Right now, we're getting ready to work on some new. Welcome back to the show, folks. This is Brad Mustang. Just reaching out to you here. Sorry, it's been a while since we posted, but we have a new client. And today's objective is to find a new vehicle that's going to be a cash car. Today, we're looking for a cash car, guys. Welcome back to the show, folks. Today, we're looking for a cash car. Last time, we got a great deal on a 2025 CRV Sport. Worked out great for the client. Saved about $2,800 under sticker price. So we had a big win on that one. Today, we're looking for a cheap car. We got about $3,500 that we can work with out the door. So that narrows us down here. Luckily, we have this great tool visor, which helps us with what we're trying to accomplish here. So let's take a look here at the favorites that we've already set up for this here. Right now, we're looking in North Carolina. Now, keep in mind that most of the time you're going to find your better deals, from a good, reputable person who takes good care of their car and has all the service records. Obviously, those are the greatest ones. Grandma and grandpa's car that they're giving away to you is going to be your best bet always, right? But you can find some good ones at dealerships too. Let's take a look and see what we've come up with here so far. Here's one that we're going to call on here in a little bit. This one is a 2008 Honda Fit Sport right here. You can see here it's priced out here at $3,341. Been listed for just over 20 days. 2,000, 219,275 miles. Great option here. It's the Sport package, which is going to give you a little bit cooler design here. So right now we're going to go ahead and flip it around. We got very nice, like ground effects packages on it, cool looking wheels. Interior, this is a sleeper as far as space. There's a lot of space in this car, actually. Very much an economical car, and you can drive this across country. You can actually just use this as a commuter car, but what gives you the advantage here is you got all your basic needs right here. Power windows, locks. It looks like you got a nice your setup here for your climate control. Nothing too crazy, but that's not what we're going for. We're going for cheap transportation on this one here. So looks like we'll find this here at our uh, Leaf or Life Nissan. So this one here, you're going to pay your taxes here in North Carolina. That's going to be about 3% sales tax. And if you look here, just something of the dealer notes here that they have. Um, you got to look in the bylaws here. Most new car dealerships charge a higher rate to do a documentation fee. So at this dealership, it's about $700 to do a doc fee. So you're going to add that to the price of the car, which is 3,341. So you add that to you're at 4,000 plus taxes, right? So whatever other little fees you have. So you're looking at just over 4,100 bucks is what you would be looking at for this car if you couldn't negotiate anymore. Now let's take a look and see where they were before. That's the cool part about this app is look, I mean, I can see where I was on this one. So where the pricing starts out at. So it looks like pricing started out at right around 39.41. And as weeks have gone by, it's progressively gone down in price. So about every 9, 10 days or so, the price goes down to about 300 bucks on this car. So, this one here, it's gone down twice in price. Anytime that they reduce the price, a lot of times there's less room to negotiate, but that's not going to stop us from trying. Obviously, we need to be at 35 out the door. So we'll see what we can do about that right there. So we're going to try on this one. There's another couple here that I really wanted to show you here. You can see, I mean, this is kind of what you do, guys. You go through and you look for these really strictly. Oh, before we do that, let's go ahead and let me pop this up here just really quick. And let's pop up the Carfax report because it is important to show the Carfax. Bear with me just 1 second here. And let's see this Carfax report. Okay, so now we've got the Carfax report up. Let's take a look and learn how to read this bad boy here. Now let's take a look. You can see that we have service records that are actually pretty extensive on this one here. Oops, lost it. As you can see, this is going to be very extensive here. Um, let's take a look right here on the top. It looks like here on the 24th, I'm sorry, the 5th of August, 2024, they did a brake flush, fluid change, and they did the calipers and rotors. So, they've replaced the front brakes all around, did a 10-point brake job on that one. So that's always a plus when you see something like that. Let's see what else they've done here. It looks like it's been a four-owner unit right here. A lot of it's in northern state, which started out here in South Carolina, North Carolina. You can see, lot of the routine things have been done here. But let's get a little bit back here and see what they've done here with the later on the mileage here. Let's see what they've done as the car gets older. So looks like they've done. Um, like right around 139,000 miles. They did the spark plugs. Let's see, they did a lot of it. Like I said, a lot of inspection information here. These Carfaxes have gotten a lot more detailed over the years. So the things that they've done on the vehicles now get reported on this more so than they did back in the 2000s and even in the 2010s. Let's see here. Looks like we did a lot of checks on this one here. Maintenance, battery, drive belts checked, all that good stuff. It looks like we did. Let's see, brakes check and serpentine belt replaced. So that's always a plus. That was done at 171,000 miles. So it's 50,000 miles on the serp belt. Not bad on a car of this age. And let's see, alignment done. They did a resonator. Let's see, we also did rear shock absorbers, sway bar links replaced. So I mean, they've done a lot to maintain this car and keep it up to snuff. So it's always a plus when you see that, right? Um, valve cover gaskets were replaced at 206. These are a lot of the things that you have to do to maintain the car, to keep it running, to keep the powertrain working good. So whenever they do that kind of stuff, it makes you feel good that that for a 3 grand car, this is going to be a better option, a 3, 4 grand car. Is it going to be a little trickier to negotiate on this one? We'll find out. A lot of times there's not a lot of room on these cars. Um, by the time they've discounted it $600, we'll see if they're willing to do another 300 or 400 bucks, because that's what we need to be. So let's check it out here. Okay, let's get back in here to Visor. Okay, and let's see what other ones we have. So we were looking through a couple of other options here too. And sorry for the blacked out screen there. And we should get us popping up here. Okay, so you can see right now we are up and running. So this is another one that we found here. This in here is also in a great option here. So if you're looking for a four-wheel drive vehicle, we have the ability to find those for you too. I mean, I can find these anywhere. And this one here is a Nissan Xterra XE right here. So this comes with the skid plate for off road, 4x4. You can see all around, you know, a value that's going to be good as far as something that's going to be a body on frame designed SUV. It's built on the Nissan Frontiers platform, and then they basically just put, you know, an SUV body on top of it. But you can see you got the nice bars up top on here, you know, and you got the nice ground clearance. You got the running bars there to step in and out of the vehicle. One of the nice things about this one, you get a nice V6, 3.3 liter V6, which is a great motor. This is not one of the Nissans you need to worry about. This is a Nissan with not the CVT transmission, so you're going to be okay. These are actually pretty reliable and pretty sought after vehicles. This one, you can see it only has 11, almost 112,000 miles on it. Is all. Or it really is a low mileage option. So you know, we're talking about you know over just barely over 100,000 miles. So very lightly driven. And when we take a look at the website, we're going to back out of there. We're going to go in here to, now we're pulling up their website here. Now, this one here is another one of those. So we're looking at their options here. When you know, waiting for this to pop up here on the screen. Give me a few seconds here. Okay, so you can see here we have um, an excellent setup here as far as now we can really get a good look at what we have as far as pictures on this one. And you can see here 110,000 miles, four-wheel drive, um, 3.3 liter V6. So you know this one here is actually a very good option if you were looking for a cheap SUV. This one here really kind of slaps it out of the park. Um, you know, you get a vehicle that's great for off-roading. You get one that you can easily store everything you need to inside of it. It's going to be a very reliable. It's a Japanese vehicle, so you get one again that's going to be just a great vehicle. Um, this one here, you know, we have our client will have to have more money on this one because um, they don't offer any they don't offer financing. You have to bring your own money. So $3,500, where they are no haggle dealership, means that you're at $4,000 on this one plus tax, title, and license. So you'd be at like, um, with their dealer fee, it's like 349, and then the taxes. So you're like at four 4,500. So we're going the other wrong direction here. We're looking at one that is $1,000 more than the budget. The one before we were about $500 or $600 more. The Honda Fit were about $500 or $600 over budget. So these are, when they're priced right, it can sometimes be tough to negotiate, but the idea is to sell cars, and you know, maybe they will be able to sell that one at 4,000. So they've only had it for a while. Typically, the dealerships can hold on to the vehicles for 2 months before they start getting charged uh, for their floor plan, and where they borrow money from the bank to buy the cars typically, and then they have so many days to sell the car before the bank starts charging interest. And it's not a little bit of interest; it's actually a good amount of interest. It's not a low interest payment. So they're trying to move through these cars quickly and fast, but you know some dealerships try harder than others. So here's the other one that we were looking at. Here is um, a 2001 Toyota Echo, which is cool. So here's a Toyota Echo right here. It is priced out at 3,450. Sorry about the delay on the lag time here, but yeah, you can see 3,450 is the what they're asking for on this one. So um, I can't find on their website where their dealer fee is on here, and I don't know what they would do as far as discounting a car like this. However, that doesn't really scare me because they've had this one for about 70 days. So I'm sure they're trying to make this one go away. And, whatever their documentation fee is, as long as it's not 700 or 800 bucks, maybe we can work on that one. But one of the nice things about this particular unit here is just obvious that it is just a tremendous option as far as economical, right? If you're looking to buy a cheap car, guys, like the Toyota is definitely going to be the one you want. The Honda and Toyota are going to be the two best, with Toyota being the best. If you're looking for a cheap $2,000 or $3,000 car and you don't want to put a bunch of money into fixing it all the time, buy an old Corolla, buy an old Camry, an old Echo, an old anything Toyota. They're just designed to run longer. I mean, in Honda, to a lesser extent, would be true for them too. So whatever you have available, but are you better off buying a $2,500 $2,500 Toyota or $2,500 BMW? Every time it's going to be the Toyota, because you're going to have to fix that BMW, and it's not cheap to fix those. So I mean, it's things you got to keep in mind and consider when you are buying a car like this. So you can see here, but great pictures on this one. Great photographs. So you can see that we have just an excellent option. You got a nice little aftermarket player in here, so you can a little auxiliary cord in there. There might even be a USB in this one. If not, at least you can use your auxiliary adapter and plug your phone into it. This phone's going to have AC, cruise control. But again, you're going to roll up your own windows on this one. Um, nice thing about something like this too, guys, is that it still has it's still good. You can drive this car. It's governed at 110 miles an hour is when it stops running and shuts off. So I mean, this car can still get up to the speed you need it to drive it on the highway. It's not a key car or anything or K car, anything like that. So you can get yourself up and running on this one. But out of all the ones that you're looking at right now, this is a great option. It's obviously the cleanest option. When you look at the paint on the outside and so forth, around the bumpers, it's all around. It looks a lot better. It has a cool little design there on the side. So I mean, like for a car like this, the advantage to any of these cars that you're buying is that you drive this one for however long you want to drive it, for say a year or 2 years. And if you maintain the car, you can sell the car for what close to what you paid for it and get most of your money back because all the depreciation's out of these cars right here. Can you do that with these? This is your best chance to buy a car that won't wind up in a junkyard. You bought a Pontiac or a Chevrolet or a Ford, Chrysler product, basically Volkswagen, any German car that has high mileage, and the reality is that when you spend $2,500, 3 grand, $3,500 on the car, it's going to be in the junkyard is probably its next stop. Whereas a car like this, you're looking at maybe getting into something where you can actually has resale value. One that you can give to a relative and they can drive it because that's one of the things about these cars is they're built to run and run and run, and this one here is no exception to that rule. So, great option here. Let's take a look here and see what else we can do now about getting some information on this vehicle here. All right. Let's see what downtown Rally Auto Sales can do on this one.
Downtown Raleigh Auto Sales.
Hello, my name is Brad Musson. I'm just shopping for a cash car for my girlfriend's son. You guys have a 2001 Toyota Echo?
Yeah.
Is that still available?
Yeah, sure is. Yeah.
Great. You guys have what would be the out the door price on that one?
Right at 4,000, and that'll include all your registration, your license plate, title, all your DMV fees.
Okay, so you're looking at 4 out